Hi everyone, you may have seen from my TikTok that I have a new puppy. I decided to get a Whippet. I heard they're a cross between a Jack Russell and a Greyhound, and I can certainly see Dave's little Jack Russell face in hers. She's about 16 weeks old right now. She was born near Andover at the very end of July, and I picked her up a few weeks ago when she was about 12 weeks old and ready to be parted from her mother. I suppose it's a little sad when you take them away from their home and part them from their mother and siblings, but she didn't seem too bothered. She didn't cry on the way home, and that night she tucked in close to me and slept all the way through the night. She's microchipped, she's had all of her vaccination, and she's recently had a rabies injection so she can travel outside of the UK, which is exactly what we're doing next week when we head down to Barcelona via Paris. In Paris, I've organised a beautiful handmade coat for her to pick up. Whippets can get extremely cold because they have very thin skin, so I'm going to have to buy Lara some jumpers and some pyjamas as well. I can tell she gets a bit cold in the night sometimes because she burrows deep under the covers and hugs in tight to me. I found a seamstress in Paris who makes beautiful coats specifically for Whippets. I'm going to see her next week to pick up something special she's made for Lara. So I'll make sure I show it to you all on here. It might be something she will have to grow into because she's changing in size and shape every day, but you will see it. Anyway, she's all arms and legs now, and they just keep getting longer and longer and longer. And I can see her snout elongating slowly as well. I think it's around 6 months or so till Whippets are fully grown. I will get her a special collar, but I'll wait till spring now so I know what size neck she ends up with. I'm trying to keep her on a raw diet. I read up on the benefits and she's already started so well with it. She's not had any problem at all. Her favourite at the moment is raw duck breast with raw broccoli and raw cauliflower. She's had plenty of raw steak too, and she loves that. It's also easier for me. I don't actually have to cook anything. I just get it out of the fridge and chop it up. Brilliant. She eats roughly about 7 o'clock in the morning. Yes, she gets me up at that time, but we always go back to bed for a snuggle. And then she eats lunch around 1 o'clock and dinner around 8, and with some snacks and treats in between. I'm trying my best not to give her bits from the table for 2 reasons. For one, she's so well behaved in restaurants at the moment, and I don't want her to start begging and crying. And secondly, there's no point in committing to a raw diet only to turn around and give her some of my bacon sandwich, as much as she'd love it. Her harness is specific to her breed too. Sight hounds like Lara and other breeds like Italian Greyhounds or Salukis have such a body shape that requires a third belt underneath their belly for support. Lara loves putting her harness on, and I have her on an extendable lead at the moment, which isn't a good idea for a sight hound because they can dart off so quickly and injure themselves. So I'll keep it locked at the moment, and I'll switch it to a better lead when she grows up a little bit more. So that's it. That's Lara. Isn't she beautiful? She's an absolute dream puppy. She could get a little bit more patient and waiting at the door for me when she needs to go outside and do her business, but apart from that, she's brilliant. She has experienced all sorts of scenarios already in her first 4 weeks of being allowed out in the open world. We went to Cornwall for a couple of days. She was let off a lead on the beach for the first time, and just a week later she rode on the underground and navigated down Shaftesbury Avenue. Not an easy job even for a human being. She's even had her first photo shoot, and I think she's absolutely slayed it. So I think she's going to be just fine when we drive through France this month and make our way to Barcelona.